Evening, everybody. How is everybody tonight? It is quite late actually tonight. It is 20 to 12 at night. I must be mad filming at this time, but I've just finished something and I wanted to share it with you all and how I did it. I don't know where it's come from. It's come out my brain, but goodness knows how. I weren't even going for it, let's put it that way. I sat in front of the TV last night watching Strictly and X Factor and, all the usual. And I had my scrap box, my needle and my cotton wool. And I came up and I've just finished it. The bases of it's sewn, but everything else is glued. So this is what I've come up with. So I'm going to raise you down slightly. So if I put it down on the table for you to sort of see. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I've made it. Now, it's a fan. I'm making, one of our themes this month is a loaded envelope. So I think you'll be getting, little projects off me because it's only little things I want to put in it and fill it all up with little useful things that the receiver person can use. I'm not saying this is going in my loaded envelope. I have got 2 swaps this month, so I can show this because neither of the ladies, they might not even get this one. They might get a different one. But anyway, that's what I was making it for. So I'll tell you what's sewn. It started off with this centerpiece. Now this centerpiece, all it is I haven't got one to hand, but all it is let me see if I can find something similar. Similar. Oh, sorry guys, tapped the camera and the camera went flying then. Okay, so I've got a miniature one. So it started off like this, but obviously this is crocheted. That's a little bit bigger than that one. That must be about 1 inch. This is half an inch. No, this is 1 inch. That's about 2 then, because it's double the size. But that's what it started off as, a little heart like that. And then needle and thread sewed. It's got 3 layers. So this is the first layer. Okay, this is the second layer, where those little pearl hearts are on. You can sort of see the layers. And then the third layer, I have actually used the glue gun to glue the third layer and all the fine bits and pieces. It's on, so I'll show you the laces again. I've used scraps, so I haven't, like I say, I sat in front of the TV with my scraps, needle and thread, and that's all I did. And I was looking for little things to come up with to put in these loaded envelopes. So it started off, so if you imagine the heart and then the layers, and then tonight what I've done is I've added these tiny pearl adhesive button hearts. I've also added the back layer. Then if I turn it around, I've added the butterfly. This is the back layer. This, if I turn it back round, this dandle I've also added. Now this one is actually tied around it, so whoever receives it can take it off, and they can actually use the charms. Now the charms is what I've done. I put them on a piece of chain. I actually made it on a necklace once, and the necklace broke just recently, and I've got a load of jewellery that is just sitting there. And my mum's given me some of her old jewellery, so I'm starting to use it up. So there's 2 little butterfly charms and a ladybug, of course. And then this little acrylic flower, all it is, because I was looking for something to put inside it. And Chris was like, you need like something flat back. Because of course I wanted it to sit in the heart. And it started off like that. So it's pure white, and I've aged it up. And I'll show you sort of how I've aged it up, and I'll show you how it is began. I won't do the full how-to because I think it's just one of those little projects that you'll sort of pick up straight away once you know how it's all put together. So it's on a peg. So if I've got a piece of card here. It's on a peg, so it can go on the loaded envelope and it'll sit just like so on the loaded envelope. So how did I do it? I'm going to put this aside a sec so it's just there. Now I am going to use one of these, methinks. Now all you need is one to start off with. Okay, you can use any applique you want. I'm going to use this tiny little one. Yeah, I'll use this one, I think. And then you use your scraps. Now, I have got, believe it or not, I've got like 2 boxes of scraps. I don't know where they've come from. So, like little things I've dyed using the doily book and just bits and pieces. So, this is how I've done it. So, I'm just going to cut it. My glue gun is already on. Come on. Right. My glue gun's already on. Now, all you do to get that first layer, now like I say, I sewed this. So I'm going to glue it for the purpose of me showing you. Get your first layer. Now I'm going to sort of fold this, not in half completely because I want it to sort of see through the other side above it. So it sits like that. Okay. Now let me get a piece of, let me see what we got. Like I say, my scraps drawer is looking, well, it's looking rather full. It is. So I don't get into that. Let me have a look. I'm so right. Okay. So I've got some of this fabric, and I'm gonna just fold it, and I'm just going to make sort of a petal shape. Scrunch it down the bottom. You can play about with it once it's on. Turn it, and like I say, I sewed all this, but you can do with a glue gun. There's no reason. There's no rules with this. There's nothing. It's just your imagination. And they don't have to be the same level either. As you can see, they're not the same level. Now I've got just odds and ends, so I'm just gonna not fold it completely, but just halfway. My glue. There. It's better. I was frightened I was going to burn myself then. Let me have a look. Like I say, it just needs to be your imagination, and that's all you need really for this. So another little piece. And you just continue going all the way around. Now I did mine halfway because when I think of a fan, I sort of think of it halfway. Now I want that little rose to sit at the side, so that would be my first layer. Now because I'm using scraps and I'm doing it with a glue gun, I've only done 4 layers, but I think my first layer of this I did 1, 2, 3. I think I did 4. Yeah, 4. That was about right. So the second layer now, I shall do. Oh, you are. We got a bit of this. material. This has come off like an old skirt. This is a lot wider. So like I say, fold it so you got an angle, and then just fold it again so you got like a triangle, basically. Oh, I can fold it like that. I think I'm going to fold it like that. Take the scrap material. Now, I'm going to go this way with it. And you're probably thinking, Colette, you've done that the opposite way. But it's not really, because it's going to give that effect of something being there, but false. Now, I'm going to stick one of these in. These are just one of my new appliques that I've received through Crafty Angel online. I'm using it because it's on my desk. And let's do oh goodness is me. Come on. Pick something. What? So I've got another scrap here. Now this one I'm not going to fold because it's only tiny. I'm actually going to put a little bit there. And I'm going to put a little bit there. So it goes like that. So you can sort of see it forming. So then you just keep going round and keep going round and keep going round. There's no right or wrong at all. And it's just your imagination. I'm going to put that there. And then I've got a bit of satin. I'm going to fold that way. I'm going to fold that way. Oh, I burnt myself then. There. Right, so that's my two layers. Now you can go as full or as little as you want to go. I think I might just, because something's missing there. I don't want to stick that there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to cut this bit off. And I'm going to use the both. I don't know, I forget, I've got to protect it on my finger. Right. So that would be my 2 rows. Now at this point, you can add as many rows as you want. I've only added 3 on the one I just showed you. But you can add as many as you want. Now the pegs I'm going to show you that I'm using are clothes pegs, but they're old-fashioned ones. They come in a pack, and I had them from the factory shop. And I think there's 40 in a pack. You know, you used to be able to get these in wooden, but yeah, the plastic. So what I've done is I've taken some napkin, and I've taken my Mod Podge. It's called Mod Podge, isn't it? Yeah, Mod Podge. And I've covered it completely in glue. Now that's completely, well, not completely dry, but it's dry enough for me to do the next bit on this. So all you need now is to decide which you want for your front and which you want for your back. Now, me personally, you're going to see, from the back, you're going to see a lot more of the pattern. So I think I'm going to go here for my front. And stick that there. Now you might have to hold it in place for a couple of seconds, only while it's, you know, while it's drying. And then you can add your appliques. I actually thought I was stuck then. You can add your applique. You can have, in your 3rd layer, you just add it all the way around, and you can just continue growing. But that's how you do the fan. And then you sort of add your ribbons and your dandles on the bottom. But that's how you do your fan. That's how it starts off. But by the time you've done the 3rd layer, going all the way around, we'll have something that looks a bit like this. And then what I've done is I've added some of these adhesive buttons, and I've added acrylic rose, some dandles, and some dandles, but that's what it starts off as. So I hope you enjoyed that little project. Like I say, I've got plenty more of them where they came from. Let me know if I've inspired you, if you're going to give it a go. I mean, when you look at it like that, you think, oh, that's hardly anything. But when you start adding the dandles and you start adding the trim and you start adding your bling, it becomes like a little fan that you can put on almost anything. I haven't glued this bit of ribbon down, and I haven't glued the dandle down, because whoever receives it can undo this piece of trim. They can take the dandle off, and then they can use the trim and still have the fan as a decoration point. But that's how it starts. So you build on it, and that's how you do it. Now that acrylic, flat back acrylic, what I did with that, and I'll quickly show you on a spare one. I took some walnut stain, I patted it all the way down, because Chris said, oh, can you age it? And I went, age it, can't I? And you keep going till you get the colour you need. Now you can use any ink pads to do this. Now there's enough on there for me to do it. I'm going to use my finger, I'm not using anything else. I'm going to use my Mod Podge. Sorry for the camera shaking again and again. And you literally just cover it. And you leave that dry. And then that ink will stay on that flower. You can use your heat gun. Just be careful though, because it is acrylic flower. And then it dries like that. But I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. Let me know if I've inspired you to give it a go in the comment section below. And I shall catch you all very soon. Take care. Speak to you all very soon. No star. Good night. Catch you in the next video. Bye for now.